On this podcast, we will discuss how to use magnetic letters during your lesson plan. Among the literacy tools you'll find in the Literacy Lounge are magnetic letters and whiteboards. Not only do they see the word, but they can touch and feel the word and move it into the correct order. So how might you use magnetic letters? There are 3 parts to the lesson plan: reading, writing, and word work. There are opportunities to use magnetic letters during each part of the lesson.
The first example that we'll show is in reading, and it comes from this book, The Farm Concert. The Farm Concert is a book that you might be using with your youngest children. It's heavily patterned, but it has an unusual language structure here. It goes moo moo, went the cow, went the dog. Rather than saying said the dog, which is much more likely what a child would say, this uses the word went. So I'm anticipating that Ebony might have a little bit of trouble with the word went, so that might be my opportunity. So I'm going to give it to her and we'll see what happens. Ebony, here's your book, The Farm Concert.
Moo moo, want the cow.
This word, Ebony, is went. And the author in this book uses the word went instead of said. So instead of saying said the cow, this author is saying went the cow. Let's take a closer look at that word went. This is the way that we make the word went. And I'll construct the word for Ebony, and I'm doing it in order. And when I have finished making it, I'll run my finger under it, went. Then I'm going to hand my student the whiteboard, and I'm going to hand her the letters in the proper order to construct this word. So I'll give her the W.
W, E, N, T.
And check that word.
Went.
Good. Now I'm going to take the letters from Ebony, and this time I'm just going to jumble them up and hand her the letters. I'm not going to hand them to her in order. She's going to figure that out this time.
W, N, T.
And check it.
Went.
Now I'm going to cover that word up. Scoop that up. We'll cover that up, and I'm going to have her write that word. Ebony, write the word went.
Went and T.
Were you right?
Yes.
Good job. The next example from reading would be something that you might do with an older student using the magnetic letters. They're useful for older students in breaking longer words into parts. So we're going to look at this book called Dinosaurs, and we'll see if Ebony has any trouble with any multi-syllable words.
Real dinosaurs are extinct.
Let's take a closer look at that word. The word is extinct that she's having a little trouble on. We're going to make it on the board and follow the same procedure as before. I'm going to make the word in order. This word is extinct. Now I'm going to hand Ebony the board. I'm going to hand her the letters in order.
E, X, T, I, N, C, T.
And check that word.
Extinct.
Good. This time I'm just going to hand her the letters. She's going to make the word. Make it one more time.
E, st, t, in, t. Extinct.
Good job. Let's move it up. We're going to cover it up again. And then I'm going to have her write it. Write that word extinct.
X,
You right?
Extinct.
Good job. We're just going to do one more thing with that word. And Ebony, where would you break that word apart?
After the X.
Extinct. Good job. So when you see a word like that starts with that EX, you can break that off and then try the rest of the word.
Okay.
Your next opportunity for using the magnetic letters comes in writing. I have a writing example that we'll show as an example, and what it says is, at our Valentine party, we ate delicious ice cream. I had chocolate flavor. I put all the things on it. So if you choose to work on a word from writing, you're going to choose a word that's almost right. So Ebony wrote the word flavor. She was almost right. She was one letter off. She almost has that word. So I think it might be worth our while just to straighten that out right now. This should be an FL blend, and she has a B on the beginning of it. So I think that if we work with this word just a little bit, we'll be able to straighten that confusion out. So Ebony, this is the way we make the word flavor. And again, I'm going to do it in order. Flavor.
Flavor.
You see that FL blend on the beginning? When you said the word flavor, you heard a V, but it's actually FL. Okay, so I'm going to have you make that word.
F L A V O R.
And check it.
Flavor.
Good job. Let's make it one more time. I'm going to mix those letters up. Make the word flavor.
A 4. Flavor.
Okay, now I want you just to break off that initial blend. Flavor. What I want you to do now is I want you to see if you can think of some other words that start with that blend. How about flake?
F.
So I'm having her get into her ear that FL blend that she was a little bit confused about. Flake. Can you think of another one?
Flute.
Good. Flute. Good. If you choose to work with a word from writing, make sure you let your student finish their writing before you start working on it. You don't want to interrupt them as they're writing, so wait until they're done. And then pick a word that's almost right. And you can say to your student, you're almost right. The last part of the lesson is word work or word study, and you'll find opportunities there as well to use the magnetic letters. One of the best ways to utilize the magnetic letters during that part of the lesson is if a student is not automatic with the recognition of a sight word. You might want to pull out the magnetic letters for that sight word and just do a little practice with that. So I noticed that when Ebony was working with her sight words, her high frequency words, want, she kind of hesitated on. That's an important word to have automatic. So we're just going to take a couple of minutes and work with the word want. So Ebony, this is the way, this is want. Okay, here's the word want.
W-A-N-T. Want.
I'm going to take it off, mix them up, make that word again.
Want.
Okay, we're going to cover it up.
Want.
Are you right? Whoops, I kind of got those mixed up. Okay. One other way that you can use these when you're working with your high frequency words is just to do 2 columns, make and write. So I'm going to have my student make the word and then write the word. So Ebony, make the word want.
W-A-N-T.
And write the word.
Want. Want. Want.
The magnetic letters are powerful because they allow Ebony to see that word in 3 dimensions. Not only does she see it and say it, but she makes it, she can feel it, and she constructs it in order. So the magnetic letters are a powerful tool for you to use in your lesson with your student. How about flew? The bird flew through the sky.
F-L-U.
You're almost right. If we put an E on the end of that, that would be, oh wait, that's like being sick flu. Okay.
This is my sick mind talking right now.
When you're, hold on, well, I'm going to conclude this part of the writing.